So I knew I was okay. He sold 11 million records. He had deals with Jay-Z in them, but Jay-Z ain't gonna never. Dude, I always tell him all the time, Jay-Z ain't treat me like this.
Oh, he definitely like playing. You know, this nigga.
Jay-Z might not even say hard as him.
So we just, had a lit. Jay-Z will never take you to a party like this.
They'll complain, but he's got a good life, man.
You need to be taken care of. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene. You look like you need help. Tell your man 50 send you a house or something.
Jim Jones might have just stepped into the wrong ring, cause Uncle Murda ain't playing this time. Things got heated fast after Jim tried to clown Tony Yayo for saying 50 Cent treats his artists better than Jay-Z ever did. Now Uncle Murda, who's been down with both Rockefeller and G-Unit, is stepping up to set the record straight on who's really the boss out here. Murda's making it crystal clear. 50 been feeding his day ones for decades. Loyalty runs deep in G-Unit, and he's showing love to the same crew that started with him.
Fifth, he always was like tight with his money. Eminem, tight with his money. So you learn to kind of save instead of spending. 50 encouraged us, yo, you get money, go get a house. That's like Uncle Murda. He's down with us now. He was signed to Jay-Z. He got his first house being down with us.
Right.
He gave me my first Jacob watch, and 50 said, yo, don't forget, blow your head off for that. See, 50 he was ahead of his time. That's what people didn't understand.
Meanwhile, Jay-Z, once you stop being useful, that Rock Nation brunch invite disappears faster than last year's trend. Ain't no loyalty if the friendship ends when the business dries up. Now let's break down why Uncle Murda said what he said and why the whole internet's tearing itself in half over it. It all started when Tony Yayo dropped a bomb in an interview. He kept it real and said something that honestly made sense. If you've been watching how both 50 and Jay move, Yayo argued that Jay don't really take care of his people like that. He said 50 been looking out for him way more than Jay ever looked out for Memphis Bleak. Yayo wasn't even trying to throw shade at Jay. He was just keeping it real. Nobody in this game compares to 50 when it comes to loyalty. The man takes care of his day ones like family, puts them on tour, gives them TV cameos, keeps them eating with him in business deals, and even flies them out for vacations. All 50 ever asks for in return is one thing: loyalty. That's real boss energy right there. But then Jim Jones had to jump in, and that's when things started to get spicy.
But you gotta, you know what I mean? That's why I respect him, because we had more of an assist. We had 50 Cent. So I knew I was okay. Well, he sold 11 million records. Even motherfucker, he had deals with Jay-Z in them, but Jay-Z ain't gonna never. Dude, I always tell him all the time, Jay-Z ain't treat me like this.
Oh, he definitely like playing. You know, this.
Jay-Z might not even say hard as him.
So we just had a.
During a chat with Memphis Bleak, Jim started clowning Yayo, calling him broke, and saying he still relies on 50 to keep him afloat. That jab didn't sit right with a lot of folks, and Uncle Murda sure wasn't about to let it slide. Murda jumped in quick and checked Jim, saying, Jay got business partners, but 50 got brothers. That line hit hard. You could feel the sting through the screen. What Murda was really saying is that Jay keeps people close when there's money involved, but 50 keeps people close because of loyalty. Plain and simple. In a recent interview with Murda and Yayo, both of them confirmed it straight up. Jay never looked out for Murda the way 50 did. And Yayo made it clear. 50's loyalty comes from the struggle. He remembers who was there when he had nothing, and he never forgot.
Like, the nigga keep showing up next to down. That's an indication to me he might have some feelings towards me. That is just everywhere I got an issue. He show up around me. So, I mean, you don't get music, because the music ain't usually my motivation. My morals come off the curb. So if you see a nigga keep being around nigga, when he come around, how your antennas go on. So he in a position where he might feel like he did, but he ain't there.
But here's the twist. The internet is completely divided. Some folks are siding with Jim, saying Yayo's living off 50's success. Others are defending Jay, claiming just because he doesn't flex loyalty online like 50 does, doesn't mean he ain't looking out for his people behind the scenes. This debate's got the whole timeline on fire. It looks like way more people are irritated that Jim Jones even jumped into this convo in the first place. Fans are calling him out for trying to clown Yayo when the whole topic had nothing to do with him. One person tweeted, Jim Jones running his mouth like he ran when somebody put their hands on him. And another wrote, we all know Jimmy going out his way to stay relevant. Jim Jones said he better than that. Nuff said. The comment section has been brutal, but let's rewind to that heavy line Uncle Murda dropped. Jay got business partners, but 50 got brothers. That wasn't just slick wordplay. That came from real-life experience. Murda's time with Rockefeller was short-lived. He dipped out after only a year and signed with 50 instead. Why? Because he saw how 50 moved. Loyal, strategic, and solid, with the same people who held him down when he had nothing.
What was your relationship like with Jay-Z? Who were you to him?
Well, basically, I was his right-hand man. You know what I mean? Beyond that, we was brothers. For him not to even give me time, even to act like he didn't know me, you know what I'm saying? For all that I sacrificed, all that my people sacrificed, all that my family sacrificed. I never knew that it'd get to this. Even label me with some statements or some snitching statements. I think that's about the utmost disrespect.
It is, especially streetwise.
And Yayo's proof of that too. He's been riding with 50 since those early G-Unit mixtape days. We're talking decades of brotherhood. To this day, 50 still makes sure Yayo's getting booked on international tours, still giving him that shine. But according to Yayo, it's way deeper than jets and hotel suites. 50's teaching them how to build wealth, not just flash it. That's why Uncle Murda said he was finally able to buy his first house after signing with 50. That's loyalty in motion. When Murda linked up with G-Unit, 50 didn't just sign him and forget about him. He brought him into real business moves, music collabs, and public support. That's what separates 50 from a lot of these so-called bosses. He doesn't treat his people like temporary co-workers. He treats them like family who earned their spot. Meanwhile, Jay's circle, that's a whole different story. Jay moves like a corporation. Everything's transactional. Everything's timing. You're around when it benefits both sides, but once that stops, you're out of the frame. Just look at the history. Dame Dash, Kanye, Beanie Siegel, all cut off. No looking back. That's the difference Uncle Murda's talking about. 50 builds loyalty, Jay builds contracts. And that's exactly why this debate hit such a nerve online. People are realizing this isn't just about rap, it's about how two major moguls treat the people who helped them rise to the top. Uncle Murda and Yayo aren't just gossiping, they're showing receipts on what real loyalty looks like in the music business. Think about it. 50 Cent came from the dirt and built an empire brick by brick.
A lot of, we from the hood, so people look at Bleak and don't understand the business he's doing. They always look at Jay like, oh,
yeah, that's right. That's why you got like Yayo talking about, Jay don't take care. I don't need Jay to go on tour.
Yo, smoke hard coke,
Yo, chill.
You look like you need to be taken care of, nigga. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene. You look like you need help. Tell your man 50 send you an ounce or something, yo.
You do need
you
that
might
help.
need
That's
2
why,
ounces.
That's why
Paid
you
in full
look
move. I got a G for every bump in your face. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Why you worrying about
Peon, you broke. You know I got it.
But he never forgot who helped him stack it. Every one of his day ones is still eating, still touring, still getting opportunities because 50 made sure of it. He doesn't just build wealth for himself, he multiplies it across his circle. That's why people respect him. He's built like a general who keeps his soldiers fed. Now, Jay-Z's approach is more cold-blooded. Business first, emotion later. He's a strategist, always thinking 3 steps ahead. And while that's made him a billionaire, it's also made him look distant from his original team. The same faces that helped him build Rockefeller barely get mentioned now. The vibes corporate, polished, quiet, and disconnected from the streets that made him. Uncle Murda calling that out was bold, but it hit hard because it came from truth. He's not some random outsider. He's seen both sides firsthand. He's watched how Jay moves with contracts and how 50 moves with connection, and he's saying what a lot of people were already thinking but never said out loud. The internet can't stop debating it. Some fans say Murda's being too harsh, that Jay doesn't owe anyone anything, and people need to stop expecting handouts. But others argue that Jay preaches loyalty and empowerment, yet doesn't walk the same talk when it comes to his own crew.
Instagram comments, because these people are made to break you. They want to break artists. They want to break you. Nobody believe you. I was in 50 crib, no roaches and all that. We in a little spot, small spot. Nobody believed in that. He playing Get Rich or Die Trying already in the crib. He had half that done. Like, all right. Once it go off, then like everybody get confused because they don't think that your dream is gonna come.
It's messy, emotional, and way deeper than a casual rap debate. It's about trust, legacy, and who really rides for their people when the spotlight fades. What's wild is that this whole situation reignited an old wound in hip-hop, that never-ending clash between business loyalty and street loyalty. Fans are saying Uncle Murda's words pulled the mask off the industry again, showing how fake friendships and power moves run the game. People are tired of seeing rappers rise up, get rich, and forget the ones who helped them get there. Uncle Murda's story hits because it's relatable. We've all seen someone level up and suddenly act brand new, but what makes 50 stand out is how he kept his people eating even when the spotlight dimmed. Look at Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo, even Young Buck. Regardless of drama, 50 always gave them opportunities to shine. He might throw a little shade now and then, but his track record of loyalty speaks for itself. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's pattern keeps coming up in the convo. Every era, he rebuilds his circle from scratch. Fans are pointing out that the only people who stay close to Jay are business partners, not friends. It's like once the deal's done, so is the relationship. And that's exactly why Uncle Murda's brothers versus partners line hit the internet like a punch, because it exposed something people have been whispering about for years. Even industry insiders have started dropping hints. Some claim Jay's way of moving is smart, clean, calculated, professional. Others say it's cold, that there's no heart left in the hustle. Whatever side you're on, one thing's for sure. The difference in how these two moguls handle loyalty is night and day. Uncle Murda and Yayo didn't just spark a rap discussion, they cracked open a bigger question about what loyalty really means when fame and money get involved. And now everyone's watching to see if Jim Jones will double down, stay quiet, or get dragged deeper into a beef that's starting to look bigger than he expected. Now things are getting really interesting because Jim Jones doesn't seem ready to back down. Instead of letting the heat die off, he's been liking shady comments and posting cryptic stories like he's enjoying the chaos. Fans are catching every move. They're saying Jim's trying to spin the whole situation into another viral moment just to stay in the spotlight. But the problem is, Uncle Murda ain't built for internet games. He's built for real life talk. When he checked Jim, it wasn't for clout. It was about principle. He basically told the world, stop disrespecting loyalty when you've never been part of it. And honestly, that hit deep because what Murda and Yayo are defending isn't just 50 Cent. They're defending a way of moving that's dying in this industry. For years, 50 has stood on loyalty like it's law. He brings his day ones on tour, he shares his stage, and he opens business doors that most rappers would keep locked tight. That kind of consistency is rare, and it's exactly what Uncle Murda's trying to highlight. Meanwhile, Jim's comments make him look like he's taking shots just for attention. Even fans who used to ride for him are starting to say he picked the wrong side of this argument. Some are calling him out saying, you can't laugh at loyalty just because you never had it. That line's been going viral under every post connected to the drama. And to make it even juicier, Yayo recently hinted there might be more coming, saying in an interview, people gon' see what real loyalty looks like real soon. Whatever that means, the streets are tuned in, waiting to see what the next move is. This beef's no longer just about music, it's about reputation. 50's crew is standing tall on unity, while Jim's catching smoke for being messy. And if things keep escalating like this, it might not stay a social media spat for long, because this tension's got that old school street energy building fast. Same story with Jazzo, the man who put Jay on before the world even knew who he was. Jazz mentored Jay from the ground up, showed him the ropes, helped shape that early Brooklyn sound, but once Jay blew up, the vibe changed quick. Suddenly, the man who helped him rise was left behind like he never existed. Fans still talk about how cold that move felt, how Jay switched up right when success came knocking. And let's not forget about DeHaven, one of Jay's day one friends from the Marcy projects. DeHaven helped Jay get on his feet early, believed in him before the fame. But when Jay got corporate, he acted like DeHaven vanished from the map. DeHaven's even gone public, saying Jay lied on him, labeled him a snitch, and then completely turned his back. That's not just business, that's betrayal in the eyes of the streets. So when Uncle Murda said, Jay got business partners, but 50 got brothers, he wasn't just talking slick. He was summing up decades of history. Jay moves like a CEO, trimming ties when people stop serving the brand. That's why when folks describe him, they use words like smart, strategic, business-minded, but loyal? You almost never hear that word in the same sentence. Now 50, whole different story. His loyalty is easy to trace straight back to his come-up days. The same people who stood beside him when he was hustling for studio time are still standing with him now. And the only ones missing from the picture are the ones who crossed him. That's what makes his crew feel real. It's loyalty over luxury, always has been. Basically, Jay moves with strategy first, while 50 moves with loyalty first. And while neither one's wrong, let's be real. one of them feels a whole lot more genuine to the people watching. So what do you think? Is Uncle Murda telling the hard truth about how these two legends really operate? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe to FameWhisp for more deep dives like this. See you in the next one.